What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods. I'm according to Woods, and he is former U of MMA champion Pius Ina Lobo, better known as Voodoo Maximus. And holy shit, we've been gone for a while, but we are back with the UFC Fight Night. Kai Akara France versus Almir Albazi. Voodoo, how are you, bro?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Trying to keep up with the speed of life.
I feel
Trying to keep up.
Wasn't that a Madonna song?
Have
The speed of light. I feel like that's right.
Something like that.
That's our dynamic. Like you're so wise with the fucking knowledge. Would say some dumb shit.
Have you seen her lately, man?
Oh, dude,
You know she gets like blood transfusions and stuff.
She looks like she could be the fucking whatever from Saw.
Vampire. She's a real life vampire.
Yeah, well, you remember Saw, right?
Saw?
Yeah, the movies.
Movie?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. She looks like that doll, huh?
100%.
She's all stretched out.
I mean, of course, like body positivity and all the jazz and whatever, but that's not normal, man. Like, and
she's like 78.
No, Cher's 78, and Cher. I mean,
how old is she?
Madonna's got to be, I want to say mid 60s.
Okay.
Cher is like 80s, still getting it done with like 30-year-olds and shit like that. Shout out to Cher. You're raising us to share. Jesus Christ.
Hey, she sure is getting blood transfusions too.
I mean, okay. I won't confirm nor deny this fundamental fact, man. But I mean, it ain't like what is it? I just saw on the ticker, like one of them, the girls, the female comics from Wild and Out. She ended up passing away. And they won't disclose it. And I'm not like, of course, not judging, right? Like, a dude lost his partner, 3 kids lost their mom, but she also went in for a mommy makeover. That's her last post on like Twitter or Instagram, her last social media post. Like, I'm going in for, a mommy makeover, and Kanye's mom, same, right? Like, they went to like 7 damn surgeons, and the one that wanted to do it, basically did a hatchet job. She was like way, her blood pressure is up. She was way overweight, whatever, and all for, I don't know, lipo and stuff like that. And then there was that family in Texas, or I don't know if they're from Texas or whatever, but basically they went down to Mexico so they can get cheap plastic surgery, and then they just got riddled with bullets. So, I mean, like, I don't know, holistically get it together, go to the gym, and then if you get like wrinkles, man, woman, whatever you identify, like, just be you 100%. Because like, ooh, it's rough if you're not, right?
Yeah. Old school, work hard. It was. I don't know what's going on with this new society that we're living in, man. People can't speak their mind, otherwise they're gonna get fired. It's craziness. It's madness. They all want to take shortcuts these days, man. Yeah. They want the magic pill. They want to do blood transfusions. They want things to be easy. Like, this ain't the Matrix. This is still reality. Or is it?
We're living in simulation, folks. That's what he's trying to say.
I think you're right, man. I think you're right. That's why they're thinking the way they're thinking, man.
I mean, I guess,
because you do realize there is no spoon.
Interesting. So interesting. Actually, before we break down this fight card, this is it's we were supposed to talk about it, and I fell asleep. Whatever. But let's talk about. To me, he's still the UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou,
Mm-hmm.
signing with PFL in a landmark deal. I've always been I love. I'm kind of a contrarian, right? I like if this is the main shit, like I want to do the other shit. If you're a Laker fan, I'm gonna roll with the Clippers, like just like rooting for the underdog, right? So I've always liked these other combat sports leagues or other wrestling leagues that kind of are a competitor brand, right? Eric Bischoff kind of talked about in when he got the book at in the presidency at WCW, right? He read a book about competitor brands, right? So of course you got Coke, and Coke is always going to be number one, right? But Pepsi's doing pretty damn well being a competitor brand to the number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thing that he kind of approached his newly found presidency of this what would be a global entertainment empire as a part of a larger Ted Turner owned entertainment empire or whatever, and being a competitor brand, right? So UFC in North America will be everybody's first and favorite, like oh, do you train UFC, bro? Right? That it just has the I guess the phrasing, right, of the pop cultural lexicon, right? Like that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter what it is. It could be Impact Wrestling, whatever. Oh, that WWE ish, right? Like, it ain't mentholatum, it's Vicks, right? So all of these things, right? So I root for places like Bellator, Invicta, LFA, Pride when it was around, Strike Force, Elite XC, to make a run at the big, the big guy on top, so to speak, because essentially, when there's competition creates innovation, and innovation is good for the viewer. I think, right? So PFL, I mean, and they've been signing. They signed Anthony Showtime Pettis, former UFC champion, in its former incarnation of World Series of Fight. They basically, I mean, resurrected the late great Anthony Rumble Johnson, Magic Marlon Moraes, as well as Justin Highlight Reel Gaethje, were former World Series of Fight champions that came over to the UFC. David Branch, another one, and he didn't have as good a career as the two that I previously mentioned, right? But I mean, he's still black belt, World Series of Fight champion, and he did make it to the UFC, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, PFL, man, they landed a big one, and this is after Clarissa Shields. The what would most people would think, and I would think, man, we do on the undercard, like the co-main event, we're doing, what's her name, Kayla Harrison and Cyborg for the
Yeah.
Unified PFL Bellator, featherweight championship. That's what you do. But what are your thoughts on it?
There's a lot of moving parts to this one. First of all, it's monumental. It was a great move by Francis, and the fact that he's looking out for his opponent, looking to pay them $2 million every opponent that faces him. I think this is a ploy to bring in opponents from the outside. Anyone in the UFC or whatnot that's got one or two fights in their contract, they're gonna hurry up and start. You know what I mean? They're gonna start getting those fights out the way so they can be free of their contract, and then now they have leverage. They can now bargain with the UFC and say, "Hey, Francis is willing to pay me $2 million. What are you guys talking about?" And if they can't, guess what? They can go over there and face Francis, whoever it may be. They can go over there and face Francis, and there's your $2 million. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea by Francis and the PFL to put that money up like that, because it's gonna motivate heavyweights to cross over. That's exactly what it's designed for. I'm not even sure if it was Francis' idea, but either way, it's gonna motivate these fighters to leave where they're at and come over to PFL. That's pretty much the bottom line. He won't be fighting until 2024. So gives people a lot of time to fight out their contracts and move on over if the UFC cannot match. That all that is great, but a couple of people have mentioned that where is PFL getting all this money from? They want to know where, like how can you stay afloat when you're spending this kind of money? And it makes sense what their speculation. Their speculation makes sense to me, and I also wonder, is this a huge gamble, such that if it didn't work out, the company goes under? Is this what's going on? Will Francis be fighting in a pay-per-view? I mean, how else can you cover the cost of production and still pay such huge amount for the fighter and his opponent? The opponent's gonna make $2 million. What's Francis gonna make? 3, 4? So how are they gonna meet the cost? That's what's bothering me right now. Everything is great for fighters. I love it. Francis did a good job getting this deal for himself. It's fantastic. It's monumental. It's life-changing. It's a ripple effect in eternity if everything is to be successful. The way business is done will be forever changed. And this big giant man from the Cameroon, from the sand mines of Cameroon, from the pits of hell, has come all the way to the West and sparked change. What a story that's going to be if he is successful. He's on his way, though. I wish him well.
Well, we love stories when they work out. Stories like this when they work out well. Obviously the Rocky series, the underdog. The gritty underdog. But also, we've talked about it forever. But now I think, I guess the corporate landscape is catching up to what you and I have been talking about. I mean, since the inception of this show, and heck, when you were fighting and I would interview you, we'd sit back in the Sportsman's Lodge and talk wrestling and how the parallels of wrestling and MMA are, right? So with that all being said, I mean, the elephant in the room, and I don't think it's so big of an elephant now, but UFC and WWE, under the TKO banner, are combined. So the two titans of their respective industries are under one banner, led by none other than the guy who inspired Jeremy Piven's character in Entourage, which I can't make this shit up. This is amazing. But with that all being said, right? I think this is almost like a WrestleMania type deal, right? Fucking Vince brought his, dad's, territory, and I was actually watching a YouTube video. I didn't even know that Vince, right? Of course, he was the announcer and whatever, for the regional, territory in the Northeast, the WWF. But he also promoted a closed circuit pay-per-view of Evil Knievel's jump at Snake Canyon. I had no idea until I watched this fucking YouTube, and he fucking lost his ass. So what remained, money that he had within a year or two of it, he basically buys the territory from his dad, right? Turns it into, this, he, starts cherry picking people from other territories and what have you. And then you get the first WrestleMania. I mean, this is not hyperbole. If the first WrestleMania didn't work out, we wouldn't be talking about WWE today, right? So I want to believe this is glass half full for PFL, where they become, the filthy casuals. Oh, I don't watch UFC anymore. Man, I liked it when it was on a tournament. Oh, cool, because PFL's got tournaments. Oh, I used to whatever these big sloppy heavyweights. Cool. PFL has big sloppy heavyweights. Oh, I liked it when like Cyborg, or somebody just slamming people. Cool. They got Kayla Harrison. Like, PFL's got what you got. If you don't want to watch UFC, there's alternatives. You can't say you don't know, because the thing that you're looking for, and especially with the advent of the internet, right, and its current state right now, you can catch a stream, a YouTube, a Twitch feed, whatever, from anywhere in the world that basically has what you liked when you watch the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I liked when Bret Hart, blah, blah, blah. Cool. They literally have a Hart Dynasty wrestling promotion in Calgary. Like, come on now, right? Like, we're gonna have Owen Hart as a both an action figure and a playable character in the new AEW video game, because the first time since his death, Martha Hart and the Owen Hart Foundation actually kind of give a shit about wrestling again, right? So you can't say you don't like the things, because you don't have to look too far to find the thing you like. And I think PFL 2024, it's going to be the thing that people like.
The potential is there. The potential is there. I just hope it works out. If it works out, it could be big. It could be very big.
Hell yes.
If they find a way to link up with Bellator, oh my god.
The super fights, Jesus, Louises.
I think that's where it's at. The only way those two companies can compete against the UFC is to collaborate. If they collaborate and eventually merge, the system that they're running, I love it. I love that tournament system.
Yeah.
Because things keep turning. You don't have some champion sitting off and waiting for a year.
Yeah.
Burning a clock.
Mm-hmm.
Aljamain Sterling. You know what I'm saying? Wasting time. Yeah, Aljamain Sterling. Crying, they're making me fight already. Shut up. Shut up. They're making me fight. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear some crying champion. You know? You ask for Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is ready. You're going to get the biggest payday of your life, and you're still crying. Shut up. Shut up. I mean, what's the big deal? You're the champ, right? You're the big bad wolf, right? Sean O'Malley should be nothing. You take the people's back, right? And you patty cake them until the clock runs out, and then you somehow you win, right? Shouldn't you be able to do that to Sean O'Malley? Oh, my shin hurts. Oh, my hands hurt. I need to check with the doctor. But if I remember correctly, as soon as he won against Henry Cejudo, who did he call out? How you gonna call somebody out? He comes in the ring, and then you're telling him, get out of the ring, get out. You called him to come in. You said come in. So he came in. Oh, get out. I don't understand this fella, man. I just that New Jersey nonsense. I can't stand it. I don't know, man. I just can't stand that New Jersey nonsense. He's from New Jersey, right? Is it New Jersey? Which one is it? Jersey Shore? Which one is it? I'm not sure. Where's this fella from? Is he from Jersey?
Yeah. No, I believe it. I absolutely believe it, because that's, when you look at how Aljamain won the title, that's it. And he had all of his friends, celebrating with him like he slayed the dragon. That was, what's the dude's name? Pitoyan, whatever.
Right.
So, that's, I don't know.
All he did was burn the clock, man. I just can't stand the dude.
Yeah.
Can't stand him. Can't stand him. The homie rocks with him, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't rock with that fool. I think he's a clown.
Straight up. But there's, I don't know. I don't want to offend peeps. But
hey, man, I don't care.
Yeah, but I
don't care.
There's this like that East Coast whatever the swag. You know what I've been doing, and not really doing shit. You know, just talking, just talking.
Hey man, don't talk if you ain't gonna stick to it.
Yep.
He says one thing and then he starts backing out, and he starts playing victim.
Yep.
You talk tough, man. Stick with it. If you're gonna be hardcore all the way through. Don't. He said this about me.
I said, fuck it. Aljamain Sterling versus fucking what's some boy? Jesus Christ. One that used to wrench in the fucking submissions. Taquino. What's the fucking Pajares? Fuck yeah. Let's do this shit. Fucking
rip his leg off.
Yeah.
And beat him with it.
I mean, really? Let's do that. Book it, Dana. Fucking book it. Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna bypass Dana. Ariel Emanuel. Fuck it. Let's book that shit, bro. 100%. Yeah, and if you get offended by the shit, then you got to get out of the ring. No,
CVTCH22. Shout out. Yeah, right. I mean, look, man. If you're gonna be offended by the kid saying what he's saying, then don't provoke him. You provoke the kid. The kid's trying to sell the fight. That's why he's successful. Mm-hmm. He's got rainbow hair. He comes to fight. He comes to perform. He doesn't hold people down and hug them and hump them from behind. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, the backpack. He puts the backpack on you, man. You're not going to get out. The backpack. Man, F your backpack. F you and your backpack. That's how I feel
your
about
backpack, your couch, and any other furniture that you might have. It's a catch-22. 100%. No, we're going to shut you out all the time. Or Mario Masaki see you. 100%.
Oh, hey, and what's that fella's name? The not the short fat guy, the other coach.
Wait, not Alserban? Not Alserban.
No. His coaches.
Ooh,
the one that calls out the numbers.
Oh,
that guy.
Yeah, Jesus, Ray
Longo.
Yes,
you're right.
There you go.
Hey, when he puts the backpack on you, man, you're not gonna get out. When he puts the backpack away, Aljo, man, shut up.
He looks like
their whole style is chump. Straight up, their whole style is chump.
Oh, wait, didn't that work for Chris Weidman?
Now what about the guy that sells insurance?
Oh, fucking Ayaquinta, regional.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, did you MMA on Point? Shout out to MMA on Point because they do like fucking amazing fucking videos. But they were like the since he's a realtor, right?
Yeah.
They talked about like the top 10 historic shit that Raging Al has sold, right? And it was like, I sold the fucking McGregor that dolly. No, I sold Barclays the fucking dolly. So you can thank me later. I was fucking dying. But I mean, it's like historical, like shit, whatever, right? Like, oh yeah, you could George St. Pierre's fucking aliens could, I sold them the fucking, the lot that they landed on to make him fucking time travel and shit like that. So you can thank me for that. Like it was on point, man. It was good. So check out MMA on Point. Shout out to MMA on Point. But speaking of MMA, we got
MMA.
We got this Kai Car. It literally is UFC Fight Night. Cara France versus Albazi, which sounds like a literal destination. Like I feel like, yeah, we're going to vacation. Oh, Cara France and Albazi. Like that's what we're here for. I swear to God. Yeah, I mean, where did you spend your damn fucking travel points on? Oh yeah,
Cara France.
That hotel in
Albazi. Kai Cara.
Yeah, it's the river. By the themes. I don't know. But
when I'm done in Kai France, I'm stopping by Albazi.
Yeah, 100%. And maybe you'll get Jamie Malarkey, and maybe you'll you know when you tell the story, you'll tell the story of Don Taylor Mays, right? There you go. There you go. But we're starting off in the light heavyweight division. We got the 32-9. How is this even real? 32-9-2. Maxim Gershon against the 16-5 Felipe Lins. We've got Russia versus Brazil. I mean, this is so.
It's cool, man. I got Russia.
You got Russia.
I got Russia. I'm going for that Russian experience.
Yo. Okay, so check this out though. Like he hasn't fought. I mean, it doesn't seem he hasn't fought in a whole year, right?
Right.
He had that unanimous decision against William Knight, right?
Right.
That was February of 2022, right? Then he was supposed to fight Jalton Almeida. God, that would be a fucking fireworks show if that happened, right? Okay. Then Felipe Lins, same deal. And then was supposed to fight Almeida again in November of last year. That doesn't happen. All three canceled, but we got him here. I mean, we didn't get him Jalta Almeida, but we got him another fucking Brazilian in here. But you got the Russian?
Hey, these two dudes are old timers, man. They're almost done. They're almost done. Maxim Grisham is my pick, just based on his experience alone. I'm sure Felipe Lins can fight. But the last person he beat was Ovin Prue. I'm not that impressed. Ovin Prue, he's done. You know what I mean? He's done. He put in some work in his time, and you know that time has passed. A win over St. Prue is not that impressive to me. So Maxim Grisham experience.
Okay. Fuck it. I feel like a wild boy. Let's do it. I've got fucking Lins by.
Okay.
Nah, fuck it. No, the Russian. Because before the look, OSP and then Porcino, right? That got KO'd by Tanner Bozer,
right,
during pandemic, and fucking unanimous decision by Arlovsky. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do the Russian. That's a unanimous pick.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to go out there and impress me for me to pick him.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Hey, just because he rocks the Brazilian flag don't mean nothing to me. Not these days. We all can do jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you wrestle? Can you wrestle?
Can you wrestle? Can you wrestle? Well, I don't think we're gonna sambo. I don't think we're gonna see much wrestling out of this guy. But in the bantamweight division,
we're gonna be slinging lead.
We got Damon Blackshear. That's a real fucking name, bro.
I'm just gonna pick him just based on the name alone.
Yeah, but he's 12-5-1, so it's not with it's not for naught, right? And he's facing the Brazilian 12-2 Luan Larcela, right? And again, I pronounce a fucking Brazilian Portuguese name with a Spanish accent. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but in terms of the Brazilian, he's coming off of a loss to Cody Starman Stamen or Spartan, whatever the fuck he wants to tell himself. But the dude that beat Tyrion Ware, right?
Yes.
But up until then, I mean, he was on a motherfucking win streak in LFA and EFC and Shuto Brazil. Like, I mean, he beat Raul Paiva, right? I mean, there's some big names. Enrique Santos, not Wellington Turman, but Wellington Lopez, right? So he's got a couple pre-UFC big names, but he makes his UFC debut and gets a unanimous decision loss to Stamen, right? On the other side of it, again, we got Mr. Blackshear. That sounds like a fucking pimp ass, like, I don't know, superhero, like Dolomite, that can fucking shoot lasers out of his platform shoes or his pimp cane. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. But this is a guy. He's a CFFC veteran. Faced Josh Smith. He's got some names too. He lost to Danny Sabatella at Titan FC. Danny Sabatella, former Bellator title contender. The most annoying asshole that I mean, everybody thinks like, oh, Connor is a fucking annoying asshole. No, Sabatella, Jesus Christ, that motherfucker. with an overbite too. He talks
Right.
shit with an overbite. Like he literally cannot close his mouth. It's weird. So fucking weird. But yeah, so yeah, fuck it. Let's do the Ramon.
It's the tale of the two grapplers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The other, I'm sure he's some sort of Jiu-Jitsu as well. But
motherfucking world star, black belt and world star.
But in this particular case, I'm going to pick the Roman. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking Luan to split decision this victory. You know, I don't see a striking advantage from both of them, but they're both heavy grapplers. So,
okay,
the fight's going to be in the clinch. It's going to be a lot of clinch work. So stamina will be the deciding factor in this particular one. Stamina and transition. Who has the better transition? Who can hold the position longer, and who can get the submission? I think Luan will have an advantage, just because he comes from the land of Brazil, and this is the land of Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, a wise man once said, "Just on the name alone, I'm gonna pick whatever," and then went against it. So I'm gonna throw honor in it. I'm gonna pick the black shear.
Let's do it.
And you know what? Here's the deal, motherfucker. You got a bomb ass fucking name, right?
The black the monster.
Yeah, you make some fucking t-shirts. Make some real fucking cheddar off of these motherfuckers, dude. Like that's some cool shit. Like I'd make some shit of the Death Star, like whatever, grappling a fucking Wookiee. I don't give a shit. Like whatever. Let's fuck some shit up. That's what I say. So that's my only advice to you. But you're getting my pick. I'll say split decision. Same. I don't think I don't think this is going to be like fight of the night.
I don't see exciting at all.
No.
So, all the jiu-jitsu folks are going to be like,
yeah. Well, you know what? This one I'm really excited about because
Jinyu,
former Invicta world champion,
Jinyu, man, ever.
Jinyu Fry against Elise Reed, 6'3" Elise Reed, Jinyu and Fry.
Same day as me, bro.
Huh? She was born the same day.
Same day, bro.
Damn, right on.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah,
same day. I'm always gonna pick Jinyu. She's a Taurus.
Yeah. Wow.
And she's a nurse, a full-time nurse.
There you go. Yeah.
Making time.
And also, happy belated birthday, Voodoo. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. We're both Tauruses. I'm the 7th, you're the 20th.
Let's go.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, I mean, Invicta World Champion. I mean, I just want to throw it out there. Like the Ashley Cummins, right? Ayako Hamasaki. Ashley, Jesus Christ. I mean, going back to Jody Escobel, right? Sohee Han. Like, these are elite fucking fighters. Kay Hansen.
Damn right.
Kay Hansen, before she got to UFC. Yeah. Loma. Yeah, I mean, Loma's she's a smiley face like axe murderer. Like, the losses that Jinyu Frey have aren't that bad of losses because they are the top of the food chain.
That's right.
Literally like the inception of Invicta fighting championship. And when you talk about people who have competed and basically been champion for Invicta, I mean she's one of the top 10 fighters in Invicta history. So
that's right.
Yeah, we're rocking with Jinyu. Nothing against Elise Reed.
Sorry.
We gotta stop the streak of Jinyu, right? The 2-fight losing streak. Let's stop that shit right now. At least she's gonna get pieced up. Probably, I think Jinyu gets it by submission. I feel like third round.
I'm okay with that. I see that too. Third round
submission. Yeah. So shout out to Jinyu and Frey.
That's right.
That's another fucking. You need some fucking t-shirts like you coming out as like April O'Neil and shit like that. I should manage some of these people, or at least marketing something or other. because you got some cool ass, names and whatever, or fight disciplines, and they just do fuck all with it. I think.
Yep.
So, yeah.
These folks, man, they don't know how to promote themselves. They're sitting on gold and they don't know.
Well, it's funny. Kind of a side note, right? The new season of the Ultimate Fighter, basically is here. It's Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor in terms of the teams, with the eventual fight between these two. But somebody you and I both know, somebody that you've shared a locker room with, is one Roosevelt Roberts, and
Roosevelt.
Yeah, I mean, he literally is the top pick of all of the fucking people that are there. Connor's team are, guys that are prospects, like Trevor Wells, former California State and Epic Fighting champion as an amateur, training out of Team Quest, right? He's on Connor's team. And then you got the vets, with Chandler, and Roosevelt Roberts is literally the fucking top seed. He won his fight, like literally one of the quickest knockouts in
less than 10 history. Seconds.
Yep. It was 8, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, they fucking clutched up and then bam. Yeah.
Hit him with the 1-2.
Yeah. And then some hammer fists on the way down just to just to stake his claim. But Roosevelt is like, man, I fucked up my first UFC run. I didn't really appreciate it, right? So I feel like that's what you got to do, whether you're a tenured fighter in the UFC or, somebody that's coming up, that isn't on the top end of the salary cap. You just find a way to connect with people and make people connect with you, make some merch, have a dope ass social media, whatever the fuck. And you never know what happens, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You're not mumbling your mouth with CTE after all is said and done. You were
definitely working that mic skill.
Yes.
A lot of folks keep sleeping on that. They keep seeing themselves as, I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I'm a warrior. No, man. You are a warrior that entertains a crowd. That's what you are. Yeah, you could be a warrior, man, but that doesn't sell jack. A warrior that entertains a crowd makes money. Period.
Yep. No, 100%. Like, oh yeah, I just got that fucking knockout. Guess what? Next week there's gonna be another fucking knockout that's even better than yours and shit like that. So don't be fucking, salty when that shit happens and everybody forgot about your ass. Derek Lewis paid more fucking money off My Balls Is Hot than he ever did any fucking thing else.
Any knockout.
Yeah. Right. And got himself a UFC title shot, a fucking partnership with Popeyes.
Yep.
That shit don't come if you don't fucking cut that promo.
That's right. So take your ass to school. Take your ass to school and take up a speech.
Yeah, 100%.
Take up a speech at school.
Yeah, 100%. Improv. You got Joe Rogan. If you're on the undercard of a fucking UFC fucking pay-per-view, right? You got Joe Rogan, literally the biggest fucking broadcaster in the world. And you got him for 30 seconds. You better make that shit count.
I need to talk to my accountant.
Yeah.
I need to talk to my manager. Let me talk to my manager, Joe. Hold up. Let me talk to my manager.
Yeah. No.
I'll have him call you.
Yeah. No, it's like, Joe, get me on the pod, bro. Like, that's what you need to be saying. Yeah. So, but it is what it is. So we've got man, this is crazy. Daniel Santos, 10-2 of Brazil, going against the former King of the Cage, Bantamweight World Champion, Kid Kavembo, Johnny Munoz Jr., right? So, man, Johnny I feel he hasn't shown himself in his UFC run because he was murking motherfuckers at King of the Cage, right?
Yeah, this is a new level, man.
Yeah,
now everybody's a murker.
Right.
When you come up to this level, everybody's a murker.
But
yeah.
My barometer is fucking Archuleta. And I know that's like fucking top of the food chain. I understand that. But Archuleta literally had like fucking 4. He was like Dan Severn coming to WWF TV at 97. He had like 4 or 5 division fucking King of the Cage championships, right? and he parlayed that shit into a fucking Bellator world champion. I think he's still Bellator world champion. So, and the second time around, right? So Munoz literally carried the same belt as fucking Archuleta, right? And went UFC versus Bellator, right? Which I think.
Speaking of Archuleta, he's been frequenting Japan lately. He's up over there with the Rising folks.
Yeah. I mean, that style, that, you know, and again, that's it. You see him, you know, he's got soccer jerseys, you know, Spaniard, whatever, dressing in the conquistador hats, you know, the fucking helmets and shit like that.
He's got his gimmick down.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it, right?
He's not about that. He's not about that bullshit. Oh, I'm a warrior. No, I mean, where's the money? Where do I sign on a dotted line?
Yeah.
Where's the money? That's where he's at.
Yeah.
All these folks want to be heroes and stuff. There ain't no money, and you don't get paid to be a hero. Being a hero is a thankless job.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a thankless job. People will forget tomorrow.
Yep.
You save them today, they forget tomorrow.
Yeah.
So don't waste your time fighting.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time trying to impress and be some kind of warrior, quote unquote. You want to be a warrior? Go join the National Guard. Go join the Marines. Those are the real warriors. Over here in the cage, you're an entertainer. You're an entertainer. If you want to be a real warrior, a thankless job, go join the Marines. Go join the Marines. But if you're trying to get in this cage and get recognition, you better earn your recognition. You better talk your way to your recognition. Period. And it's that simple. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares how much work you put into it. They just want to be entertained. Your job is to work hard so you don't lose. That's your job. You know what I mean? You get knocked out, hey, I'm going to post a meme the next day.
Yay!
I'm going to post a meme that night. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Your job is to get paid and stack. Period.
Yeah. So you know, it's crazy, right? So Johnny Munoz, and he was on the Jim Crasher's podcast many moons ago. I'd say 2019-ish, right, where he was angling for a shot at the UFC. Interesting cat. I got all the respect in the world with him, but I think in this one, I am going to actually go against, my whole ethos about if they've been on the show, right? I don't bet against them. Right? This one, I think I'm picking Willie Cat, Daniel Santos. And here's why. First off, I don't know what the fuck a Willie Cat is, but I'm intrigued. The fuck, right? So that, and then he has a win over former Combate Americas champion John Sexy Mexi Castaneda, and
that's right,
KOs Castaneda with a knee, right? So with that being said, if this was this could headline a Combate event or a King of the Cage event, fucking selling out Ontario Toyota Center or fucking wherever the fuck Combate does their shit, right? This is a King of the Cage champion versus a fucking Combate champion, and the fucking King of the Cage. Daniel Santos has already beaten the fucking Combate Americas champion, and he's next for the fucking King of the Cage championship.
Let's go.
I got fucking Willie Cat. I'm just saying.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And the boy Willie is up higher in the rankings anyway. So I'm also going with Daniel Santos, man. Straight up.
Yeah, 100%.
That's simple.
But also straight up, Skip Pal. Hey guys, how are you? I'm here in the house. What's going on? Yeah, what's up? It's been a while. No,
hey,
I definitely feel it.
What's up, champ? You missed work today, homie.
Ooh, damn.
Just putting you on blast.
Just like that.
Putting you on blast. You missed work today, homie.
Oh man, just like I feel like Voodoo is on that Sex and the City fucking thing. It's just like that. Just like that. But also things that are just like that is the next fight. We have a scintillating bout in the heavyweight division. We got Dontail Mays going up, who's 9-5, going up against former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski. So I'm not even gonna Arlovski has been in there with some of the fucking greatest of all time. Some of the times he's got his ass handed to him. Some of the times he fucked people up. Man, the Belarusian fucking pitbull, dude. Jesus Christ. Against Lord Kong, which I mean, that's a name. That's definitely a name. But Lord Kong has faced Josh Parisian, Rocky Martinez, wins both of them, right? The Parisian one was elbows from a crucifix. You remember we liked that one? We haven't seen that shit since like fucking Big Daddy Goodridge from back in the day, right?
Yep.
He was supposed to have the fight with actually he lost to Rodrigo Nascimento via rear naked choke, which to me, that right there almost tells the tale of what this is part of the pun, the Don tale of this fight. Because Andrei Arlovski, yes, he might be long in the tooth, and I'm not talking about his fucking teeth, mouth guards or anything like that. But what I am trying to say is he's a KG veteran, a former UFC champion that is still in the top 10, like long after, 20 years after his UFC win, right? So he knows the angles and the corners. He's seen other Dontail Mays fucking 20 fights ago, you know, and has been able to stop him. So I got, even by a unanimous decision, I got the Belarusian fucking pitbull Arlovski for the win.
Shit, I even got Arlovski stopping this fella, man.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I see him stopping him in the second or third.
Wow. That's amazing.
He can submit this guy.
Wow.
The thing about Arlovski is there's a reason why he's still in the top 20.
Yeah.
After all these years, he's still in the top 20. He doesn't fight like he used to anymore. Now he fights to defeat the opponent. He doesn't fight to entertain and do this or do that. He fights to win. And if he has to grapple, he will grapple. You know, the ego part has long left. His job right now, he wants to win the title once more. And his job is to get back to the title. So wasting a brawl on this Dontail Mays is not gonna happen. I see Andrei Arlovski going in there and winning by any means necessary, even if he has to submit him. Hey man, this Dante Mays guy was the one that got heel hooked by Cyril Gahn.
Yeah, I remember.
If Cyril Gahn can heel hook him, what's Andrei Arlovski gonna do to him, man? Like, come on.
Rip his fucking arm off his fucking shoulder and shove it right up his ass. That's what he's gonna do. That's exactly what he's gonna do. But I mean, that sounds painful. But also, what sounds painful is I'm in pain. I got my wisdom tooth pulled. So I got stitches, so I can't really talk much.
Ooh.
But I will be there tomorrow, and coffee should be made. Ooh.
Yeah, I got the coffee, homie. I went to the store and I got the coffee. Don't even trip. I didn't forget today.
So I'm like a Care Bear, like a MMA fighting Care Bear. I'm gonna shine on my belly, Mario Yamasaki, to heal the tooth of our partner in PAL. There
Tequila.
You go. Yes. Yeah. So
Tequila PAL.
Hell yes. So just sending Mario Yamasaki's your way. Just saying. Yeah. I need to make a graphic like if I could Mario Saki as a Care Bear. Mario Yamasaki gets so much shit. But yeah, Arlovski, that's a fucking consensus pick, man. That's a former UFC champion. Holy shit! Because we were just talking about a former Combate Americas champion, that Combate Americas champion, John Sexy Mexi Castaneda, and he's in the next fight in the bantamweight division. We got Sexy Mexi Castaneda 19-6 against Muin Gafarov. Yeah, I think I got that one. But 18-4 Man, where the fuck are these guys fighting? And are they counting
Hey, this guy came
grappling
from one.
matches?
The
I
majority of
feel
his
like
fight was at one championship.
okay. I felt like they were counting shit like homeboy. What's his name? Homeboy that believes in flat Earth and
Eddie Bravo.
No,
Which one?
Hickson. You
Oh,
remember
okay.
Hickson was like, I got like 15,000 fights and shit.
Yeah,
even
400.
Helio was like,
400
boy, shut the
undefeated.
fuck down.
400 and all.
Yeah,
I am 400 and all.
with that weird
400
belly
and
shit.
all.
Yeah. And then Crone's got it too. He does that weird belly shit too, man.
Hey, but all bullshit aside, Hickson Gracie is my favorite Gracie on the planet. Out of
Wait,
all them Gracie, he's my favorite.
even more than Henzo? Henzo smiles. I like Henzo because
Enzo's alright. Enzo ain't my favorite. Hickson is my guy.
Okay. What do you think about Crone, though?
Chrome, that last match, I'm so happy I didn't even see it. I would have been so disappointed. I'm so happy I didn't see it.
Man.
I heard he was butt scooting.
Oh,
like
100%.
crazy.
100%.
I think he's still traumatized from the last match when he got beat up by Cub Swanson.
Yes.
Yeah, I think trauma is real, man.
And
PTSD.
You know me. I talk shit about Cub Swanson anytime I get the chance. Talk about like, fucking, MMA analysts and whatever the fuck. You need to go get, you guys need a fight. Okay, cool, man. You didn't say that to your fucking wife, Candice Perez.
Ooh.
And your ass is up there on the fucking UFC panel commentating shit too. So, the fuck? What are you talking about, Cub Swanson? But I became a Cub. Not that I'm not a Cub Swanson fan, but I thought that he was just talking out of his ass on that one, especially since a fucking model turned, host is in your fucking household and had your kids. Just say it. She hosts the fucking Best of Pride. Your ass wasn't in Pride, but her ass is right there with Vanderlei and whatever the fuck, hosting and introducing that shit. So I'm just saying. But he did win one back in terms of respect from me, beating the shit out of Crone. That was so amazing.
Yeah, he beat Crone's ass.
Damn. He was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to beat him like I should have beat fucking Hickson, Like if I...
he beat him like a drum, bro.
But I think he was just like, in his mind, it was like, I'm beating Hickson. Like in his mind, just like fucking the Gracies, right? And Sakuraba fucking swept all their asses, right? They had to have another fucking kid to finally fucking beat Saku. So I'm just saying, right? And the fucking kid was like, I'm gonna fucking avenge my father and my uncle's shit, man. Like that's what happened. So yeah, I don't know, but Muin or Tajik is his.
I got him, bro.
Why do you have him?
Gafurov. He's number one in Southeast Asia. That means he's been encountering all of them dark Asians. That means the strong bone Asians, the Thais, the Filipinos. He's been fighting them kind of dudes, them hard life type of dudes, and he's number one bantamweight amongst those guys. He must be good. Coming over here against this American, in this day and age, man, how soft the Americans are. all these weak Americans these days, man. I'm going with the Southeast Asian fella, man. And I'm looking at his ways of winning. He's knocking suckers out left and right. First round knockout, armbar. He's got it all, man. He's a complete fighter. Spinning back kick. Come on, man. Spinning back kick to the body. That means he's got precision. He's got excellent balance. He all these first round knockout, spinning back kick, overhand right. He's my kind of guy. He's an explosive fighter. He's good with his hands and feet. Castaneda is good with his hands, but I'm not sold on his feet. So I'm guessing Castaneda is going to try and take him down, but I believe this fella knows how to get back up or stay up. He's gonna know how to get back up and stay up, and he's gonna beat that ass. That's what I see. I see a finish in the third round.
Okay, I know what you're saying, right? I hear what you're saying, right? But you know how what's homeboy's name? The fucking golden boy. You know who I'm talking about, right?
The golden boy?
Yeah, the Armenian
Oscar de la Hoya?
No, the Armenian jet. The one that was Blake Troop was
Armin? Tarjoujian? Armin?
Something like that.
The one that used to train with Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Armin Tarjoujian or something like that.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So Maxi ain't just the normal everyday Mexican. He was born and raised in Minnesota. That shit is old as fuck, right?
Okay.
So just like Golden Boy was training with Ronda, right, when he was a teenager.
Right.
Well, who was a teenager training out of the fucking gym when it used to be called the Link? Right?
This
the Link.
Castaneda guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was training there as a teen, right?
All right. Okay.
In between wrestling. Do you know who was at the Link?
Who?
Brock Lesnar. This motherfucker was getting rounds with Lesnar at fucking 14, bro. So fuck it. I got sexy Maxi, bro.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And hopefully he didn't get CTE when dumped on his head by Brock Lesnar.
Hey, we'll go 50-50 on this one, man. Right? No doubt. Let's go. Man. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, so Sexy Maxi's fucking gym used to be the Link, and that's what they closed that shit down just for Brock and just bought bodies.
What?
And Sexy Max again. He tells a story about it. I don't know how well known the story is, so I don't want to whatever, but yeah, dude, that he was in there with Brock as like a fucking kid. Like I got a 15-year-old. Putting him against Brock Lesnar now, I wouldn't fucking do. But Sexy Maxi's parents was like, sign me up. Do that Connor shit, sign him up. So shout out to Sexy Maxi. So yeah, I got Sexy Maxi.
All okay.
Right. So
I'll take the other guy.
All right, cool. You didn't see what I said in the private chat, did you?
No.
I don't know if you are you on
the... That's why he's so fast, bro.
Yeah. That's my own personal theory. I'm not saying it's right. That's my theory. But you know what? Speaking of theories, man, we got the Russian Abubakar Nurmagomedov. Not the way that fucking Tito Ortiz said it, but 17-3-1, right, against Elizeu Zelzeki, 23-7 of Brazil. Let's look about some notable names for Capoeira, right? That's his name. Benoit Saint Denis got a win over it. Got a win over Curtis Molinder, who just fucking beat the shit out of some Canadian over there in Canada not too long ago. And he's fighting on the first for Up Next Fighting. So if you guys are in the area, Commerce Casino, Up Next Fighting. Curtis is the current reigning welterweight champion for Up Next. And
that's the one that July 1st, right?
Yeah, July 1st.
Yeah, Ryan Lilly's gonna be fighting the homie on that one.
Wait, who?
From PG.
Shit, Strader.
Yeah, Strader. Yeah.
I thought I saw that.
Yeah, they're gonna be fighting, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, them dudes they're gonna beat each other's ass.
They're gonna fucking lose brain cells that night.
They're gonna go at it.
Man, shout out to both of them. Straight up, love both of them. So, man, whatever's supposed to happen happens. Because I ain't picking on that one.
I can't. How do you pick? Well,
they're both great and they're both movies. So I mean, man, So I'm. That's a good fight. That's a fucking.
Whoever wants it more will win that one.
Yeah,
they're both good fighters.
Hell yes, and not just good fighters, but incredible people.
Exactly.
Incredible. Yeah.
In addition.
Yeah. So just saying. So Abu Bakar, right?
Yeah.
He's got some wins too, right? Jared Gordon, right? I think that's it. That's pretty much it in terms of. I'm not saying like the Russian Fight League that he's fought in previously or World Series of Fight. We just talked, at length about how much I love, World Series of Fight, the precursor to PFL. But there aren't any names, right? Versus, his dancing partner of this night, Lozier. He's not only had some big names and notable names, but beat them, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going with the Brazilian over.
Me too.
Yeah, because look, Sean Strickland. Yeah,
no argument. Hey, this is the Nurmagomedov. That's the weakest link.
Goodbye. Sorry, Abu. Sorry, Abu. Sorry, Abu.
Goodbye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. There you go. Whatever. I wish I had the Kazakhstan fucking translation for that one.
Я себя.
Yeah. До свидания. Smash.
На свидание.
I was just saying. Before we don't get into too much trouble, we got the main card. So all of this shit was the prelims, right?
Yep.
Now we got Hillman. Like he literally looks like a fucking, bootleg ass Wolverine. But Muhad Marjan Naimov, who's 8-2. I'm calling him bootleg Wolverine, right? Bootleg Wolverine and he's going up against the Australian Jamie Malarkey. I got Malarkey because
hey, this ain't Logan. This is Mogan.
he's not the X-Men. He's the I-Man. Just saying.
He's the Y-Man.
Yeah, the Y. Why? I don't know. Yeah. So bootleg Wolverine. Actually, you know what? So people could see what the fuck we're talking about, man. Let's get a closer look at Mr. Naimov, right?
Oh my god.
Let's see this guy. Oh man, he's glorious. He's so amazing. All right, here we go. We're gonna full screen this motherfucker. Yeah. Look at this. Look at him in all of his glory. Jesus, Louisa. Man,
we should get a picture. Get a picture of what's that fella that plays Wolverine? Put him next to him.
Oh, Hugh Jackman. Okay. All right, give me your fight analysis, and I got you. I got you. Go ahead. Good. You ask, you shall receive.
Oh hey, hey, from the looks of things, it looks like Muhammad John. Muhammad John is he seems to know what he's doing. I see head kick knockouts, I see triangle chokes, I see leg kicks, I see rear naked chokes, I see straight up knockouts in the first round, referee stoppage in the second round. But then I go back and I see where he's fought. IMMAF World Championship. Okay. Real MMA. Okay. One fight at King of the Cage, in which it was a split decision. Okay. Tough enough. Isn't that amateur? Okay. The Jonathan Ogden Foundation. Okay. Titan FC. Okay. He won all of his matches there. And then the Contender Series, he got bounced by Colin Anglin. Titan FC again, Oliver Murad bounced him. But then he got back on the winning streak. Right? Now, the last two fights were in Tough Enough. Now he's got Jamie Malarkey. First of all, Mr. Muhammadu, fake-ass Wolverine. I'm not impressed by your performance, and I'm not impressed by where you fought and who you fought. So therefore, Jamie Malarkey has been in the UFC for some time now. He's proven himself. He's taken some ass whoopings and he's delivered some ass whoopings. And based on what I've seen him do and the level of competition that I've seen him in there with, I gotta go with Jamie Malarkey. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go with Malarkey, straight up. Remember Karma Worthy? He put that dude out cold. Cold.
Never
remember that left foot?
Never
he
forget.
Sent him straight to the shadow realm with Yu-Gi-Oh and those guys. With the Dark Magician. You know what I'm saying? and the Blue Eyes Dragon. The Blue Eyes Dragon?
I know the One-Eyed Dragon.
I got Jamie Malarkey, man. Hey,
Okay.
This fake ass Wolverine's gonna have to prove himself to us before we can even consider picking him for anything.
Okay.
Straight up. Malarkey.
Okay, got you. I think I have to send it to myself so I can hold on. I got it. I literally have it. Oh God. You're gonna be so
Who do you think wins that fight? Hugh Jackman or this fella?
I think my fucking meme is gonna be amazing. That's what I think. Jesus Christ. Okay.
The Y-Man versus the X-Men.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, let's see.
Battle of the Chromosomes.
Wasn't that a fucking? I'm proud to be the home of a fucking chromosome. That was like, I feel like that was Jesus, it was one of them cartoons that people watch, like Simpsons or whatever. It was like, I'm proud to be a home of a whatever. But speaking of chromosomes, yeah, I think I got it. Let's put this shit in the chat so we can still be black. Here we go. It's loading. All right. So, Mr. Naimov, right, and his Wolverine comparison, and that's what he was going for. You don't fucking do your chesticles here out like that if you don't want to be Wolverine. But here we go.
Oh,
there it is.
Who do you pick, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you pick?
Who
wins this round?
Hugh Jackman when he's dancing, like the fucking ring master. That's who I got.
Hey, Hugh Jackman is on all the Mexican supplements right now.
Hell yes.
He's on every last one.
Mexican, Bolivian, Russian, fucking
steroids,
Antiguan, fucking Jamaicans, fucking Canelo horse meat, all that shit. All of it. Set him up. Yeah, 100%. Right? That's real life. It's real life. We're not making this shit up. That's exactly his gloves are his goddamn. What does Wolverine call them damn things? I don't know. His fucking finger fangs or whatever.
Those claws.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Arlovsky, the fucking mouth guard, like the fangs.
Right.
I call Wolverine shit his finger fangs.
And his muscular structure is laced with adamantium, so he's indestructible.
Wait, so pronounce Naimov's first name again?
Muhammad John.
My homie John. It's my homie John.
Muhammad John. Where is he from? Muhammad John. Is he from India?
Yeah, I feel like that's right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He's not from India. It's from Tajikistan.
No,
Tajikistan.
That's
is that India?
Or Pakistan. Oh,
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan. Okay.
What is Tajikistan? Where is this from? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But he's fighting out of Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
Out of Denver, Colorado.
You know, I mean,
Elevation Fight Team.
Oh, that's fucking Court McGee.
Oh, I
shit.
see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He's the. I mean, before fucking, evil Abe Lincolns were cool. Fucking Court McGee was like evil ass Amish motherfucker. He's like the fucking extra from that Kirstie Alley, Tim Allen, For Richer for Poorer, where they fucking have to drop, because the heat's too much and fucking they got tax evasion and whatever, so they end up being in the fucking Amish territory and shit like that. Fucking Court McGee was like an extra on that motherfucker, just churning fucking butter and fucking.
Wait a minute, that's the same Court McGee that just got knocked out by Matt Brown.
Yeah,
last week, right? Right. Or 2 weeks ago?
Something like so that. My homie John ain't winning them.
Wow. That's right. Hey, but that dude, I can't believe he's still fighting. He was probably in the Ultimate Fighter 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he was. I mean, it was definitely in the top 5 seasons for sure.
For sure.
But I think I don't know if it was an injury or like he was in recovery, but he was out for like fucking like 5 years, like half a decade, and then he comes back, to get to. I mean, like they call him Minoru Suzuki, fucking Pancrase, right? Minoru Suzuki. They call him Murder Grandpa, but like fucking Matt Brown is like he's the UFC's fucking Minoru Suzuki. He's the
that dude's dangerous, man.
He's a murder grandpa.
Dangerous.
He's murder
dangerous,
grandpa.
And he has a lot of cardio.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. So maybe my homie John fucking loses to Malarkey, which grammatically it's amazing. Well, what the fuck? Who the fuck beat you? Oh, I'm fucking Malarkey. Love it. Fucking love it. But I mean, then we have what is it? Something versus Burns. Who is it? Song Yadong, right? Yadong Burns.
When was this?
I don't know, or maybe it was a meme. But
was that 3 weeks ago?
Yadong song.
And Yadong mopped them up, right?
Versus Gilbert Burns.
Yadong versus Gilbert Burns? No. Gilbert Burns fought. He fought the Muslim fellow, Muhammad. Muhammad. Remember my name.
Oh, fucking
Abdul. Remember my name. He fought that guy.
See, I not only did I forget his name, I fucking forgot he even fucking fought. I forgot he existed. I forgot.
And this guy wants a title shot.
No.
We can't even remember his name, and he wants a title shot.
That's just like fucking 50K Ige, 17 fights in the goddamn promotion.
At least you know his name.
No, he got
50K Ige.
50K, 17 fucking fights in the promotion. You barely got one. That's participation medal as fuck right there, bro. It's like, career day at school, dress for the job you want. This motherfucker's a goddamn mechanic. Nothing wrong with being a mechanic, folks. But little Lisa wants to go to fucking Mars. Fucking homeboy wants to be a lawyer.
Honorable. It's an honorable existence.
It is. But I'm just saying, like, you could, like NASA, like your dreams. Make him as big and bold as you want him to be. Yeah. Like, I want to be president. I'm going to be a mechanic.
I want to be a shoe salesman.
Yeah. Like it work for damn El Bundy, bro. I mean, he's getting a reboot. So I'm just saying. And he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Hey, I want to be a YouTuber.
I mean, better. Either that or OnlyFans. I feel.
Hey man, I hear that a lot lately. By the way, I want to be a YouTuber,
bro. I mean, you remember those pocket cameras where you could upload shit, right? The USB came out the damn camera. I mean, it's not. it's not hyperbole. It's not a young kid shit, whatever. But them kids that were, you know, doing shit on the fucking T-Mobile Sidekick or whatever, they got kids, and then those motherfuckers are it's like they're second generation YouTubers and shit like that. So whatever, you know. But I don't make this shit. I don't make it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But you know what it is? We got two Brazilians facing in the flyweight division. We have Karine Silva, 15-4, against the 13-3, Caitlin Souza. Let's go with Caitlin for a second here. So, Caitlin.
Is that a G-string?
Jessica Andrade has an OnlyFans. So,
yeah, okay.
Just, I don't know how. I mean, because I'm not into it, I'm not knocking it. Yeah, kudos to you.
Okay, all right, all right, okay.
But yeah, so this is actually Caitlin Escotida. Yeah, that was my pronunciation of her fight name. Didn't go well. Did not go well. But what she is a former Invicta fighting championship veteran. She basically her two fights in the promotion, she beat Christina Williams and Maju Saotama, right, via unanimous decision with both of them. And she pretty much, I mean, the last time she's had a KO win was way back in 2019, and that was on the Brazilian regional scene, right? And I mean, she punched somebody to the body, right? Arela Nascimento at a promotion called literally Mr. Cage. That's like the fucking Mr. Rogers of fucking MMA. Like Mr. Yeah. Takea says I'm going for Wolverine in the last fight. Fuck yeah, right on.
All right.
The real one versus fake one. Are you going for the Hugh Jackman Wolverine or the one from Wish from India? Training with KO'd Court McGee. I don't know. But yeah, so Souza, man, hasn't fucking, KO'd somebody in a while. So that's going to be a problem for me in terms of picking her. But we've got Karine Silva. Karine Silva, I mean, her fight moniker is a killer. And I feel like
I picked the killer.
Yeah, 100%.
I picked the killer.
Fucking, like guillotine, Darce choke, armbar. Yeah, she's a fucking killer. Yes. Yep. So Silva for the win.
Yep. KKS.
Yeah, for Caitlin Souza's getting fucking fed to the wolves, man.
Yeah.
That's bad. So again, in the 125-pound division, but it's the men's flyweight. It's Victor Altamirano, 12-2 out of Mexico, going up against the 18-12-1. What's his face? Oh, Tim Elliott. That's him.
Mm-hmm.
That's him. But El Magnifico, Altamirano, he's on a 2-fight winning streak, but two of the names that you're probably not familiar with. That's Daniel
True.
and Vinicius Saldivar, right? With the Daniel win, it was a ground and pound KO. And then Vinicius, that was a unanimous decision. A split decision win on the Dana White Contender Series back in 2021. And then a unanimous decision over Nate Smith at LFA 100, where he basically headlined with Nate Smith, right? That was the headline by it during lockdown. I remember that. They were in like Colorado or some shit, right? So that's El Magnifico, right? On the other side, man, Tim Elliott, tenured veteran, Midwestern staple, he literally, and he's a part of the fucking Glory Fight team. I thought they got fucking excommunicated. But I guess they're here. But Ultimate Fighter Season 24 veteran went right up into the finals. I don't know if he won or not. Yeah, he did win. That was the one where they brought on all the flyweight champions, right, from around the world. right?
Right, I remember
Their
that.
ass beat by fucking DJ by Mighty Mouse, and
Hmm.
Tim Elliott
I
got the
remember that.
fuck beat out of him by Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, wasn't that the one? Elliot, uh, not Elliot. Mighty Mouse fought. What's that little dude that used to be part of the Uriah Favors gym?
Which one?
The one that's married to the announcer chick.
Oh yeah. Benavides.
Yeah, wasn't that the same one?
No. Benavides, because you remember Benavides never won a championship. This
Yeah,
one,
but didn't he fight Mighty Mouse for the title?
no, Elliot did. Elliot did, and then also,
Elliot got handled though.
yeah, I mean, he got it was a unanimous decision loss, but I
Mhm.
mean, there was no way in hell that fucking um, Elliot was going to win that one. It was just, it was all fucked up.
There was no way in hell the referees could screw that one up. It was so clear. The dominance.
I mean, if that shit was in New York, I'm just saying, or
They might
fucking
figure something
Houston.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Or Houston, some fucking sketchy shit right there, bro. But yeah, so Tim Elliott, rebounds from the world title loss to Demetrius Johnson, rebounds with a unanimous decision win over the Last Samurai, Louis Smolka. I mean, Mark De La Rosa, Jordan Espinosa. I got fucking Tim Elliott.
Based on experience, I mean, he's been in there with James Pulver, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, 100%.
Tim Elliott fella.
Yeah.
Jared Papazian, I know that guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Ali Bagutino, remember Ali Bagutino?
Yeah, 100%.
He was on EPO. And then kind of disappeared after that. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this fella, his thing is a whole lot of cardio and a whole lot of pressure and a whole lot of grappling. He'll punch you if he has to, but his main strength is that weaponized cardiovascular system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Victor Altamirano is ready for this. Even though Victor is a dynamic striker, I don't know if he'll be able to maintain his distance and do what he needs to do to keep it a striking war. When it does get to the ground, I don't know how he's going to react. I don't know just how good he is against a very good grappler like Tim Elliott. And because I don't know much about Victor, I'm going to have to go with Tim Elliott as well, man. Even if he doesn't submit him, I think he dominates all 3 rounds on the ground.
Yeah. I say at least a split decision via Elliott, if not a unanimous decision. But I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Elliott has the experience, just like we talked about Arlovsky in the heavyweight, a few fights ago. You could argue that Tim Elliott is that much of a tenured veteran that he knows the whole, the ticks and tricks to essentially get him the win, right?
That's right.
So yeah, Tim Elliott, split or unanimous decision, doesn't matter. That is a former UFC title contender and a tenured veteran of the sport. So put respect on his name. And you know what? I remember Tim Elliott's name, but I don't remember fucking Bilal, whatever his fucking name is.
Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah.
Abdul Bahalal.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Holy shit. So this is when I got excited about right before we went on air. So Jesse Butler's fucking opponent pulled out. Fucking 8-10 fucking Jim Miller was like, I'll take that shit. So 35-7 Jim Miller going up against Jesse Butler, who's 12-4. So in terms of Jesse Butler, he's not regularly known to maybe the UFC audience and fan base, right? And even to me, right? But this is his UFC debut. God, talk about jumping into the deep end of the fucking ocean with a goddamn shark. Jesus, going for Fury FC, and nothing against Fury FC. That's one of the, they're like the what is it? What is the promotion? Up next fighting, or think about the premier organizations here in Southern California or where you are in the world, right? Well, in the Midwest, Fury FC is the shit. Like, they're awesome, right? I've even checked out a bunch of their stuff on like UFC Fight Pass when it does come on. So it's amazing, right? But this guy's going up against Jim Miller. I don't think there's anything that if you're FC in 60 cards could match the experience of one Jim Miller, right? And we can run down all the people that Jim Miller not only has been in the cage with, but also who's beaten. You remember when he fucking, we're talking about Roosevelt Roberts, right?
Right.
Roosevelt Roberts is a badass. He's a predator for a reason. He is the star right now, as we're speaking, of the Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler season of The Ultimate Fighter, which arguably is the most anticipated season of all time. Of all time, because not even the first one, whatever. Well, Jim Miller wrapped fucking Roosevelt Roberts up like a fucking like saran wrap. It's like just, So that's what I'm saying. I got 8-10 Jim Miller. I mean, that's it. The fucking Jim Miller, dude.
I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that. Even though Jim Miller is giving away 2 inches in height. I think
what he did to fucking Roosevelt. He was like a foot tall.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Taller.
I totally agree with you. He has a way of dealing with people who are tall. He knows how to get close.
Yep.
And work the body and throw those overhand hooks to the top. So,
and he just fought like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah. If this fella want to fight, he's gonna be ready. Jim Miller's gonna be ready. He's that kind of dude. He's that type. He's the man. He's your man's man. Yeah. Jim Miller is your man's man. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he backs down from no one. He's fought everyone.
I mean,
he backs down from no one. He fought everyone. He just fought Hernandez like 3 weeks to a month ago, and he's back in there already. This man is all about stacking his chips.
Bro, he was an IFL. Who remembers?
IFL, right?
Bro?
What year was that?
MMA with Savant Young.
What year was that in IFL?
2000.
That's that tournament thing, right?
With
the different weight classes or whatever.
Yeah, Big Country.
Yeah, that's way back.
Yeah, bro.
That's that old school shit.
Yeah.
That's back in 2008, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 2008. Damn.
Let's the respect on his name, right? He's been in there with Melvin Gillard, Nate Diaz, Benson Henderson, Charles Oliveira, Joe Lozon, fucking Council Bout with Tyson Griffin, Dwayne Bang Ludwig, Matt Danzig, Gray Maynard. Jesus.
Dwayne Bang Ludwig, bro.
Yeah.
That dude's
Frankie Edgar retired. Before the UFC. Frankie Edgar in 06. Bro,
Coach
at Reality Fighting.
Retired, man.
Yeah.
Gleason Tebow, bro. Gleason Tebow, Oliveira. What?
Yancy Mieres.
Benson Henderson, Melvin Gillard. What?
Takanori Gomi, bro.
What? Takanori?
And fucking TKO Gomi. Bro.
Oh my god. Yancy Madero? What?
Yes. Ghost Pepper. Cerrone. Mota. Smoke that
Diego Sanchez?
Yes.
What? Are you serious? Thiago Alves?
Yes.
What? Anthony Pettis?
Yes.
Ronaldo? Dan Hooker? What?
Ronaldo was fucking Yoel.
Clay Guida?
Yes.
Huh? Vince Pichel? Bobby Green? What?
Yes.
Selecki? Who?
Yes.
What?
Joe motherfucking Selecki. Yeah, bro.
Put some respect on my man's name, man.
Yeah, so
put some respect on his name.
And however way the fuck that Jim Miller wants to get that shit done, he's gonna get that shit done.
Straight up.
8 ball in the corner pocket, that's what's happening. Fucking
straight up. I definitely second that notion, Jim Miller. That's my guy. Respect to that dude. I think 100%. What's he's tied for what most wins
UFC appearances. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So if he wins this one, man, he breaks the record, and maybe he retires after this.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah. He's been in the game too long, man. See, that's one of the things that I be talking about, man. There's got to be a retirement plan for dudes like this, especially dudes like this that's been in the game for 20 plus years.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Staying dedicated to the game 20 plus years, and there's no There's no retirement fund. What the? What?
Yes, it is.
What? There is
BKFC.
BKFC. I'm talking like this promotion. I
Oh,
mean, he's been with the
non
UFC.
CTE.
Hey, how long has he
Oh,
been with the UFC, man? Like what? 2006?
yeah.
How long has he been with the UFC?
Yeah, it's been
Is
a
it
while.
6?
Yeah, well, I mean,
2008.
he was in
He's been in the UFC
he was in
since
IFL in
2008.
08. Yeah,
He's been
he
in
was in
UFC since
IFL in 08.
2008, man. 2008.
Yeah,
And he's still there today, still performing.
highest
Still
level.
performing.
Yeah,
There's got to be a retirement plan for a dude like this.
Gloria Barra says, yeah, he studies his opponent and knows his techniques because look at him. I'm just saying, Jim Miller, 100%. That's the best assessment. That I mean,
Straight up.
Jim Miller.
Straight up.
Jim Miller. Fuck yeah, man. Jim Miller. Shout out to him.
Hey, it's the homie Gloria from Astoria.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Gloria. And you know what? Shout out to our co-main events of the evening. We have the 28-14 Daniel Pineda going up against the 20-13 Alex Caceres, right?
Okay.
So we got the pit, Daniel Pineda, right? Let's see some of the people that he's faced. He's coming off of a guillotine choke win over Tucker Lutz that just happened not too long ago. That was February, in fact, of this year, right? He Big Daddy Goodrich, Herbert Burns, Gilbert Burns' fucking younger brother, just elbows from crucifix. That happened in 2020, right? Let's see. We've been in there with Georgi Karakian in Bellator. The one he even fucking beat the shit out of Johnny Carson. I shit you not. It's Jonny, but even still, you fucking Kimura Johnny Carson. Your late nights are never going to be the same again.
Hey, he's been there with Leonard Garcia, bro.
Yes, at Legacy.
Diego Brandao.
Yes.
Remember that guy?
Pat Schilling.
Mike Brown.
This is UFC on FX1.
Mike Brown, Pat Schilling.
Yes.
What?
Chaz Skelly.
Wow.
Johnny Bedford. These are some names, bro. Yeah, this is crazy. So that's the pit, right? So one would argue he's long in the tooth, right? But also Alex Caceres, fucking Bruce Leroy, right? And I always get Bruce Leroy and the other motherfucker that Violent Bob Ross. Didn't one of them get caught up in some shit?
I remember that dude.
Right. No, but like which one of I get them confused. Which one got caught up in some shit?
Yeah, Violent Bob Ross.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Alex Caceres, Pat Sabatini, Fury Pro Grappling, right? He lost to him. Supposed to fight grapple Clay Guida that got canceled. Lost to Sadiq Youssef. Beat Eddie Torres. I've got a friend named Eddie Torres, who's actually the Comedy Store Wrestling podcast co-host with Earl Skakel. So, but I don't think he beat that Eddie Torres, but he did face an Eddie Torres, right? Win against Chase Hooper, fucking Ben Askren's kid, right? Lost to Corona Gracie. Who's losing Corona Gracie? I don't know. Alex Caceres made a way to do it, just like I found a way to sneeze in the middle of this fucking podcast. But anyway, I actually got fucking the pit Pineda. You know what? I remember UFC 199 when Bisping won the title, and people were thinking that, Bruce Leroy was going to be like, he's going to beat the shit out of people, right? And he had a boring ass fight, and I haven't been a fan of Bruce Leroy ever since. So I got the pit Daniel Pineda.
Okay, I'll take Leroy. Leroy!
Okay.
Who's the master?
Not Bruce. Not this motherfucker. Not Caceres.
Show enough.
I mean, Show enough will beat the shit out of Alex Caceres. I'm just saying. Hello. Yeah, and I wish you guys see the screen that you guys are seeing. Oh, I mean, I'll pop that. Let's see. Share screen. We'll do that. How about that? Asking you receive, Gloria. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
that's right. That's
Hello. Hello.
right.
Got you. Got you. Right?
Oh,
So yeah. So you got Casares. I got the Pit. You know, two tenured young vets beating the shit out of each other. Hell
let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go. And you know where we're going? You know where we're going? To the main events of the evening. And let's
That's right.
for Gloria, we're gonna full screen this one. We got not full screen on me, full screen on this. There you go. We got none other than Almir Albazi, who's 16-1, going up against Kai Kara France, 24-10, training out of City Kickboxing with Israel and all them. So the Prince, Almir Albazi, is training out of Extreme Couture, wins over Alessandro Costa, Francisco Figueiredo, you know, the big little brother of Davidson Figueiredo.
Zalgas.
Zalgas, yeah, who looks like a fucking Zangief, like for real, like a fucking 125-pound, Zangief from fucking Street Fighter. Beat Malcolm Gordon, Ryan Curtis. Yeah, and he's had some fucking wins this one, Albazi. So shout out to Albazi, right? So on the other side of it, we've got none other than Kai Kara France. Kai Kara France has been in here for a while, man. I think the first time that I saw him was like, I want to say it was like on FX, but he was also a part of that Ultimate Fighter season 24, where, you know, he got brought in as a champion. I think his like fucking belt was made out of like cow hide leather. I feel like that's right. But he's been in there with Ali Orling, right? Zay Wu, Mark De La Rosa, Roland Paiva, Tyson Nam, Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno, who's now the fucking champ. Got a fucking KO win over former bantamweight champion Cody No Love Garbrandt. A KO of Rodrigo Bontorin, as well as a unanimous decision over Askar Askarov. I feel like I'm going by way of Kai Kara France. I feel that's right. What say you, Voodoo? Oh,
If this one stays on the knuckle tip, I think Kai Kara France has the better boxing. Arguably, he's top 3 best boxer in his division. He's got very, very good hands. Limited kicks. Kicks aren't, his kicks don't stand out. But his hands are pretty good.
That's hilarious because he comes from a city kickboxing and he's got no fucking kicks. It's tremendous. The fuck you doing? You should have just gone to
I'm just not sold on his kicks.
Okay.
I'm sure he knows how to kick. I'm just not sold on it. He's heavy with the punches, which is cool. He's like a Dustin Poirier type dude, but little tiny dude. He throws good hands. His opponent throws good hands as well. But I think when it comes to cleanliness, purity of striking, I think Kai Kara France has the better striking in regards to punches. Now, putting it together, getting in the clinch, and doing all that other stuff, I believe Amir Albazi is better. But I prefer Kai Kara France to win because I think him moving on to contend for a title will be a much more exciting matchup than Amir Albazi. So, for the sake of the sport, I'm going with Kai Kara France.
Yep. So that's gonna be a unanimous fucking pick here, right? It's consensus pick to round out the UFC breakdown, the Voodoo in the Woods UFC breakdown of this motherfucking fight. Kai Kara France versus Amir Albazi. Voodoo, where can they find you on the socials, bro?
VoodooMaximus is always available on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook page, Twitter. Yeah. I frequent Twitter every now and then. And The
Hopefully-
the screen name is VoodooMaximus.
Yep. And hopefully when he's fucking with it, he's getting consent, because consent is always sexy, folks. I am according to Woods, and that's cool. You're cool. The kid saw your Wolverine, 100%. Yeah. But I'm According to Woods, and you can find me at According to Woods on all of the social media platforms. When I'm not doing the podcast, I'm posting dumb shit memes. So follow me if you want to see people get fucking dropped on their fucking necks. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yes. But for Voodoo, for me, you guys take care of yourselves and each other. Quote Jerry Springer, and we, my friends, are trying to find the fucking outro. We are out.